Hello everyone, I am Preeti from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Cyber Security. Today I want to discuss about two-dimensional arrays declaration and initialization. In this topic, I want to discuss about introduction to arrays, declaration of two arrays, memory deallocation, advantages and disadvantages, applications of arrays, summary of two-dimensional arrays. Introduction to two-dimensional arrays. Two-dimensional arrays are a type of data structure used to store data in a tabular format. Two-dimensional arrays are also known as matrices and are represented as rows and columns. Declaration and initialization of two-dimensional arrays are important concepts to understand for effective programming. Declaration and initialization of two-dimensional arrays is crucial for efficient data storing and manipulation. Dimensional arrays are to declare a two-dimensional array we use the syntax like data type array name row or size column size. Here data type represent the type of values. The array can hold array name is the identifier and row size or column size determine the size of the array. This is the two-dimensional array table. This is column and this is row. Initialization of two-dimensional array means two-dimensional array can be initialized during declaration using curly brackets or initializer list. The initialization values are specified row-wise separated by commas. The initializer list consists of nested brackets with each inner brackets representing a row of the array. For example, we can take matrix 3, 4. We can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, 10, 11, 12. Initializer 3 into 4 matrix with specific values. Partial initialization of two-dimensional arrays are it is possible to partially initialize a two-dimensional array. If a few values are specified, the remaining elements are automatically initialized to 0 for numeric types for null or reference types. Example, we can take a 3 into 4 matrix. We can use the 1, 2 and 5, 6, 7 and 9. Initialize comma elements and sets other to 0. 2D array initialization are if values are missing in a initializer, they are automatically set to 0. Example in C2, 3. We can 1, 2, 4 and we can close the brackets. Multi-dimensional array axes are two-dimensional arrays can be visualized as a grid-like structure with rows and columns. Each element in the array can be identified by its row and column indicates. The grid-like structure allows for efficient storage and manipulation of data. To access elements in a two-dimensional array, we use the syntax like array name, row and index, column and index. The row index and column index starts from 0 and go up to row size 1 and column size 1 respectively. This is multi-dimensional array access table. This is column, this is row. Multi means 3-dimensional. Row 1, row 2, row 3. Array 1, array 2, array 3. Representation of two-dimensional arrays are two-dimensional arrays can be visualized as a grid-like structure with rows and columns. Each element in the array can be referred by using its row and column index. This visual representation helps in understanding the concepts of two-dimensional arrays. This is the two-dimensional array columns and rows. Dynamic allocation of two-dimensional array. A single pointer can be used to dynamically allocate a 2D array in C. This means that a memory block of size, row, column and data type size is allocated using malloc and the matrix elements are accessed using pointer arithmetic. Two-dimensional arrays can also be dynamically allocated using the new keyword. The syntax of a dynamic allocation is data type. Memory deallocation of two-dimensional arrays. When dynamic memory allocates is used, it is essential to declare the memory to avoid memory leaks. The memory deallocation process follows the reverse order of allocation. The syntax of deallocation is programmers use dynamic memory allocators such as malloc. The acquire VM at time. Advantages of two-dimensional arrays are that 2D array is organized a matrix which can be represented as the collocation of rows and columns. However, 2D arrays are created to implement the relational data structure. It provides ease of holding the bulk of data to ones which can be passed to any number of functions however required. Two-dimensional arrays provides a structured way to store access multi-values. They allow efficient organization of data in a matrix-like format. Two-dimensional arrays are especially used for tasks involving grids, tables, and matrices. Disadvantages of two-dimensional arrays are two-dimensional arrays have a fixed size once declared, which can limit flexibility. They may consume more memory than necessary if the majority of elements are unused. Modifying the size of two-dimensional arrays can be complex and time-consuming. Two-dimensional arrays can be defined as an array of arrays. It can also represent a matrix. Each element represented as a row column where a row is the 2D array. Common applications of two-dimensional arrays are two-dimensional arrays are extensively used in image processing and graphic algorithms. They are widely employed in matrix arithmetic, such as matrix multiplication and matrix inversion. Games that involve grid and or game board often utilize two-dimensional arrays for representing the game state. Two-dimensional arrays are you can create a two-dimensional array of 5 by 5 values and assign it to matrix using the syntax matrix equals to new int 5 into 5. Summary of two-dimensional arrays are two-dimensional arrays provide a convenient way to store and access multiple values in a grid-like structure. They can be declared and initialized using specified row and column sizes. Dynamic allocation is possible to accumulate varying memory requirements. Summary of two-dimensional arrays conditional. Accessing elements in a two-dimensional array requires specifying the row and column indexes. Two-dimensional arrays are useful in various applications including image processing, matrix arithmetic, and game development. Understanding the declaration and initialization of two-dimensional arrays is crucial for effective programming. Example of code declaration are here an example of two-dimensional array declaration and initialization in C++. Int matrix 3 into 3 equals to 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8, 9. This code declares and initializes a 3 into 3 matrix with specific values. Right index it determines a column are j equals to 0, j equals to 1, j equals to 2, j equals to 3, j equals to 4. Left index determines row are I equals to 0, I equals to 1, I equals to 2. This is how to declare two-dimensional array in Java. Thank you for your attention.